That's a big range hood kit. All right, that's a Tuskin range hood kit, and this is the Tuskin range hood kit. The difference we got here is we got some legs. This one's to sit right on top of the counter. Have a space for your spice rack or whatever you want to put in those cool little shelves there. But that is a good looking range hood. This is going out to our friends at Hunter Roberts up in Michigan. Boom, got it made. On paper, everything looks so small on paper. Wide angle lens makes it look small, but when you get close, this thing is huge. 8 foot, roughly by 7 foot. No size limitations. We got a good system here. Let's give it a try. What do we got today, Bailey? What do we got today? Boom. Look at this. Tuskin range hood with the corbel legs. Oh, how cool is that, huh? The Tuskin with the corbel legs. This one right here has become one of the most popular, believe it or not. Today, we got a beautiful looking hood. Little ramp. Take a big jump off of it. Now, so what we're looking at is we got a modern range hood. That's that square top. Customer added a little arch cut out for the front with these corbel legs detail. And then what we're seeing here is a slope ceiling. So the ceiling looks just like that. Man. Range hood with legs. Dead sexy. Get yourself a range hood with legs. I like it. Actually, I love it. We got the corbel legs. Got a nice little curve on the front. All right, what we're looking at here is a modern range hood with corbel legs, and then with an arch apron cut in the front of it. So this design is the modern. Arch is cut out, corbel legs. If you have a certain corbel you want us to match, just send us an inspiration picture and we can do it. Bailey knows what time it is. It's time to go look at a cool range hood. Time to go look at a cool. This guy built it. Ooh, what are we looking at here? Woo! The sexy one again. I like to use that word. All right, so what we're looking at here is a modern range hood with rounded corners. And then we have it on the range hood legs, making it an alcove range hood. Like that word. Heard somebody use it today when they were talking to me on the phone. Oh, look at this. Cool spot for their shelving. Got the radius continuing all the way through. Man, a lot going in on this one. Hard to capture it all. So what is that? That's 86 by 102. Oh. Beautiful, huh? What is going on this morning? We got a beautiful range hood. What we're looking at here is a Tuskin range hood on the top. Has the curve on the front and the sides. That's what it lets us know to be a Tuskin. And what you're seeing here are these corbel legs, is what we call those. You can design the shape of the legs however you want. We'll cut them out however needed. Everything here is made to the customer's exact specs. They spec the width at the top, they spec the width at the bottom, they spec the depth, they spec the height. We just make it. And then what we'll do is, what you're seeing here is we dry fit it all together and then take a picture of it, and then we take it all apart and flat pack it and ship it straight to your job site and then show you how to reassemble it. Then you put whatever veneer you want on it to finish it however you want. A lot of people like to put drywall and trim out the bottom. You can do drywall plaster. Here we got an Arcadian range hood with corbel legs. That's the corbel leg. That's the range hood. So that's the Arcadian corbel legs. So you can send us what you want the corbels to look like. We'll cut them to whatever shape you want. If you don't know and you just like the detail, you can do a singular curve like this customer is doing, or you can do an S shape, which is also another popular option. But we do it all. It's a beautiful looking range hood kit. size too. All right, check out this beautiful custom rain shed. People call these rain shed alcove rain sheds. We call it rain shed with legs, whatever you want to call the bottom part. This is we call these corbel legs. Sometimes they call them an alcove because it creates basically your own little niche, right? Anyways, this is our Arcadian. Just lets us know there's a curve on the front. Cool thicker apron detail here that the customer wanted to add, and then obviously those beautiful corbels. And so this is what the corbel detail looks like here. We're just driving it all together to make sure it looks good. And this is the actual rain shed next to it. And then we got the other corbel here on the other side, just check and make sure all the parts were cut correctly. Now that cool detail here is where they thickened up the apron here. So this customer wanted basically an extra 1.5 inch lip all the way around. Normally that sits flush to the front and cuts down. What we got here, we got a beautiful rain shed with corbel legs surrounded. Anyways, the alcove, whatever you want to call them, rain sheds. The legs, let me show you. The legs. These legs are going to have niches in them for the customer here. And then we did the Tuskin hood on top. So the customer wanted the swoop on the front and on the sides. And that's what we call our Tuskin style. And then the customer wanted the, what we call the corbel legs on the bottom. Now these are just a square style with niches inset, but if you wanted around them, you could. Get crazy on the designs, you could. These are all built to your specs. Prefab it. This is just dry assembled. No fasteners. When we just kind of check the quality of everything. And then what our guys will do is take a picture of it, then flat pack it, and we'll send it out today. It's the beautiful range. Hold on, what were you just saying? This goes on top of there?
This goes on top of there!
What? I can't even fit it in. Look at this giant hood. That's the top canopy. This is the lower section with the legs with this cool Tudor arch cut out for the front apron there. Holy Moses. 113 wide, 131 3/4 tall. This thing's a beast. It's gonna look pretty. Gotta follow up with the customer to get photos of this one. Dang. All right, I'm back out here to check out this gigantic rain shed. I'm a little extra, but look at this bad boy. It is huge. What do we got going on here? All right, so real quick, we got a Tuskin rain shed, which means we have a curve on the front and the sides. The angle of the curve, how curved it is all designed by you, the customer. Then what we have it on is these cool corbel legs. They did a little S-shaped corbel detail here. And then at the very top, they got a cathedral ceiling, and so it's gonna wrap around a beam there. So this component handles the slope of the ceilings, creates the rain shed form, and we created these cool legs. Look how beefy this is. No one builds rain sheds like us, right? Let's weights and ceilings, baby. All right, we got a beautiful custom Tuskin rain shed that's flat on the front, not curves. I'll go over that in a second. It's 115 3/4 wide by 84 7/8 tall. This is it dry fit in our assembly section here. We dry fit to make sure all the components look good. A lot going in on this one. So the Tuskin usually means there's a curve on the front and the sides. So this customer had a certain set of circumstances where he wanted it flat on the front and only curved on the sides. So we were able to meet his request. We added these little niches in the side legs of the corbel legs there. This beautiful arch apron. Now what made this one unique is their duct on their job is really far forward, and they didn't want the depth of the hood to come out too far where they were cooking, and so they opted to have a flat front, and we made this little component here where their duct will feed right through. This top collar will get fastened to their ceiling joists. It'll be nice and strong, and this is the overall rain shed style right here. Looks pretty sweet. All right, check this one out. Oh my goodness, it's a gigantic hood. Huge, modern on top with corbel legs. We did this cool Tudor arch cutout, and then we got a craftsman hood coming out to the bottom. I'd have to show you the inspiration picture for this one. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Gigantic. You got a design? Send it to us. This is gonna look good for our customer's lake house van. You better call us over for some pancakes. Feed us some pancakes and beers. Artis. This is beautiful, huh? Beautiful custom rain shed. Hold on, what were you just saying? This goes on top of there?
This goes on top of there.
What? Oh, I can't even fit it in. Look at this giant hood. That's the top canopy. This is the lower section with the legs with the